there's nothing more exciting to me like that. I get to work with Blake Lively and have her, all of her. I mean, that's what I want. And so
did I just hear that right? Justin Baldoni dropped a 7-minute long voice memo that he had sent to Blake Lively. And this voice memo is very interesting and it's got a lot of people talking. I'm gonna play the entire thing for y'all in this video. If you haven't heard the whole thing, you can hear the whole thing here. We're gonna listen to all of it. I'm gonna be reacting to it and giving you my thoughts. I have already heard it, and I just find it to be interesting, especially with all the text messages that have come out. And, you know, I have done more research from the first video that I made about this. And I've been kind of keeping up to date with all the videos that everybody else has been making about it and hearing other people's thoughts on what they think is going on here. And it's given some new perspective on what could have happened in this situation. And a lot of people are speculating that Blake Lively actually fell for Justin Baldoni and that Ryan Reynolds is the one who's behind this lawsuit and kind of like pushing this because he's mad about it. Before we get into this video, I'm gonna pop in here to remind you about my jewelry that I sell. And I would love it if you guys would check it out. My Etsy and my Depop will be linked down below. Both pages I sell jewelry on. Depop, I sell mystery jewelry jars and also vintage jewelry that I find. I open them on my TikTok. So if you guys aren't following my TikTok, you should definitely be following me over there because I try and post almost every single day and it is so much fun. I'm gonna be posting some new earrings that I made, so definitely check it out if you haven't yet. Maybe making some more that look like them in the future, but right now there's only one of each. And I also have a bunch of styles like this one right here. I freaking love this. There's lots of different colors. They're so pretty and sparkly and gorgeous, and I just feel like if you're not getting one of these, what are you doing? So if you guys would like to check out my Etsy shop and help support this channel, I will have it linked down below. I ship everything out directly from my house. So if you choose to purchase something, thank you so much. Just know that you are supporting me and putting a huge, anytime I get an order, I have the biggest smile on my face. I appreciate everyone so much who purchases something from me. And I mean, check out my TikTok. We're having so much fun over there. I'm sure I got some new videos over there right now as this video is going up. So if you guys don't get enough of me over here and you want some more, I'm on TikTok. All those links are down below, but let's go ahead and get into this video. Y'all are gonna have to let me know what you think about it. I definitely feel that there is some truth to some of this, if not all of it, especially after seeing the clip that we reacted to in my last video that he posted. It was like the audio of the scene that was supposed to be muted between the two of them where they were like dancing and stuff, and their conversation and just the vibes was a bit interesting. It was giving like there might be something more there. I will say this, you know, actors are supposed to be convincing the people who are watching that there is something there, but with the way that Blake and Ryan have handled the situation after the fact, it does kind of start to look pretty bad. Now, I will say, before we listen to this voice memo, I would be humiliated if I was Blake. I'd be so embarrassed because these text messages that have come out where she just keeps talking about Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, and it's kind of giving like this girl is not as confident as she's portraying. She's a little bit insecure and has to bring up Taylor, who is very, very, very successful, and Ryan, who is very, very, very successful in what they do, to make her feel better about herself. Because, I mean, let's be real, since Gossip Girl, there hasn't really been anything that Blake has been involved in that has been a big deal. Like, Ryan Reynolds has, like, the superhero movies and, you know, Deadpool and all that. And Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift. And I feel like she is nowhere near that level that they are at, but her being, you know, married to Ryan and best friends with Taylor kind of gives her this feeling of like being better than she actually is. She wanted to rewrite this scene that I guess was a very important scene that was in the book that I haven't read still. I did get it because I do want to read it. I've heard it's really good. This scene that was in the book is apparently a very important scene. I don't know anything about what the scene is, but she wanted to take a hand at rewriting that scene. And I guess Justin Baldoni's reaction to it didn't satisfy her. And so she ends up writing these texts to him. I don't know where she got off thinking, because she was cast in this movie, that she had the right to rewrite it and direct it and like take it over, but she successfully did it, which is really annoying because from what I've heard, the movie was terrible. And she ended up dressing the main character, what was her name, Lily Bloom, like in these weird outfits. The character in the book hated high fashion. Blake, who apparently didn't read it or didn't pay attention to what she was reading, is like, you know, we're gonna dress weird as hell, okay? People are like, this is not the character. So I feel, number one, bad for everybody who loved this book and was really excited to see the adaptation of it into film and what has come of it since then, because the woman who was cast as the main character flopped it so badly. Oh, it's just, honestly, it's embarrassing, and she should be embarrassed at this point for how this whole thing came to be. Just everything. Stop bringing up Taylor Swift as if just because Taylor Swift likes what you wrote doesn't mean the director of this movie needs to like it. Like, I mean, you don't have to like everything Taylor Swift does. Like, she's still a person at the end of the day. Using the people around her in her circle as leverage to like climb her up. I know that's what they do in Hollywood, but the text messages that were posted just show that so intensely that honestly it's embarrassing how desperate she looks to be liked. Also, I feel that if you're professional, if you have respect for him, you're going to respect his opinion if he's not into it. Apparently the scene was super important that it's like, why would you even try and rewrite it anyways? And then they had this whole meeting after the fact where Taylor was there and Ryan was there, where they just, in my opinion, it was a manipulation tactic and kind of ganging up on him to get what she wanted in it, and I don't like it. It was really gross. I don't know how Taylor's not seeing right through it. I'm going to tell you all that right now, but we're going to go ahead and listen to this voicemail because to my knowledge at this point, the understanding is that this voice memo was sent after she wrote him this long thing where she was offended about how he reacted to the script, which I can read some of that to you. Some of the names are redacted, but it's believed to say Taylor. As for Taylor and Ryan and blank for that matter, I'm the luckiest motherfucker on the planet to have them as my dance moms level stage moms. They are embarrassingly effusive. That said, they're also my most trusted partners and the people I go to first with anything creative I touch. And I'm the person they each go to first. That reciprocal creativity and support has been one of my life's greatest and most fulfilling gifts. Like, why are we talking about them? Like, he didn't like your script that you wrote. He didn't like it. He wasn't into it. Why are you talking about your husband and Taylor Swift as a manipulation tactic here? Well, they liked it, but you don't, so you must be the problem here. Ugh, I don't like it. When they loved and signed off on the pages, I felt good to send them to you because they liked them. I felt confident enough to send it. Also, this part where she's talking like, they're the people I go to first with anything creative I touch. Like, what? They asked what you thought specifically after. They checked in so many times. I told them that you laughed a bunch and said it's probably a blend, but you appreciate my passion so much. Which, of course, didn't feel great for me or them to have my passion be praised instead of any specific contribution or even just that you didn't like the pages. Okay, this is a conversation between the two of you where he wasn't into what you wrote, and you have written so much just about how other creative people liked it.
2 a.m. Hopefully this does not wake you up. Whew. Wow, there's so much I want to say to you, and I hope that we can FaceTime or see each other in person soon and get to talk more. But I'm just gonna send you a few thoughts, and hopefully it's not gonna be more than a few minutes. But that I don't have the best track record. I don't think either one of us have the best track record for our voice memos. I want to start with an apology. Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank, and I'm really sorry. I for sure fell short, and you worked really hard on that, and the way you framed it, and how that made you feel. I just want to say thank you for sharing that with me. That takes a lot of trust and vulnerability, and I I feel really grateful that you feel safe enough to tell me that that's how you feel and share that with me. And I'm really sorry. I fucked up. That is a fail on my part. One thing you should know about me is I will admit and apologize when I fail. I am far from perfect. I am a very flawed man, as my wife will attest. And and I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna say the wrong thing. I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth. I'm gonna piss you off probably, but I will always apologize and find my way back to center. That is one thing I can assure you of. And I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That must have felt terrible. And I will for sure do better. That was not my best weekend, and I should have given it more time. And damn right, you got great friends if that's how you felt and they knew that. And fuck, we should all have friends like that. Aside from the fact that they're two of the most creative people on the planet, the three of you guys together is unbelievable. Talk about energy and just a force, all three of you.
I love that. Those are the two most creative people on the planet. And then he's like, oh wait, I gotta include her in that, but three of y'all together. Like, did you guys catch that?
But I just wanted you to know that I didn't need that, because it's really good and it's gonna make the movie sing like you said, and I'm excited to go through the whole movie with you. I'm just excited to spend time with you. I'm excited to be in your sphere and your presence, and for us to share creative juices together, although that sounds terrible. I think you and I have been trying to build a relationship, which I think we've done successfully. I mean, here we are talking like this, me into my phone at 2 a.m, but largely via text and voice note. And that, I will be honest with you, that is not my biggest strength. I love being with people and being in somebody's space and being face to face, and I feel like that's where I excel, and definitely fallen short at times in our text and voice note exchanges, because there's so much to communicate and there's so much happening, and all that to say, I'm just really looking forward to spending time together, and I think that's going to really go a long way for our chemistry, which I believe is there and has been there from the start. So I was so damn excited when you wanted to do this film. I felt it in the room when we met, and yeah, I think it does come from the both of us being so fucking hardworking and having a vision and not settling. And I'm excited to have a creative partner in that with you, and it's just really exciting. There's so much more to say. There's so much I want to say. And there's one thing that I do need to say, which is I am so sorry you have been through what you've been through with these other filmmakers and producers, or whoever the people were that you worked with. It just pissed me off. Those fuckheads that I'm just still kind of blown away that this is the industry that we're in, and that you've experienced that as a woman. And I know I don't need to say it, but that's not at all going to be, or will be, and hopefully it's not been the experience with me.
I need to bring this up here. Okay, so I find it interesting that she's apparently talked to him about other experiences that she's had with filmmakers and directors, right? And he's here apologizing to her for it, but it's like everybody else has been the problem. She's talking to this man about how everybody else has been the problem, but then later in the future, he also becomes another problem that they file this lawsuit against. Like, you see what I mean? It's like, girl, I don't like this energy at all.
There's nothing more exciting to me, like, that I get to work with Blake Lively and have her, all of her. I mean, that's what I want. And so,
did I just hear that right? That he wants to have all of her? There was something going on, and if there wasn't, the tension was there. it was there, because that is a very interesting thing to say to a woman that you are acting or about to act alongside for a movie where you guys have a romantic connection. You say you're excited to have all of her. I think she fell in love or caught feelings or something. Something went down here.
That's what I want. And so there's been no hesitancy with me sending you the final draft file. I am totally fine with that. The only reason I didn't send it today was because I was trying to implement and add your notes into my working draft, which is already like I'm all over that draft right now. So there's a whole bunch of new stars that are going to be collated pages, and I just haven't had a chance to send it to you. But there's no hesitancy. I'm happy to send it to you, and I'm sorry that has happened to you before, and I hope after this experience there will be a new I don't know. I hope it'll be healing in some way, because that's all I want. I want this movie to be healing. I want this movie to be commercial, just like you, and affect people and touch people. And I want to walk you through my whole plan and the work that we're doing with the domestic violence partner that we found, No More, and just my vision. And I just know that this can be really, really special, and it's going to be special. And you're the secret sauce, and we're the secret sauce. And anyways, I have so much more to say. I'm going to stop rambling because, Jesus Christ, it's been 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So, fuck me. I'm sorry. You probably have kids all over you and a baby on your boob, and you're listening to me ramble at 2 a.m. I hope you're feeling better, and give Ryan my love. Thank you for sending me that. It means the world to me that you trust me with your feelings and your thoughts like that. And I can't wait to spend more time with you. Okay, I'm done. Cutting myself off. Good night.
What do y'all think after hearing that? He brings up Ryan and stuff. They do that a lot, but it's like, are y'all bringing him up just to like remind yourselves that y'all are with somebody? Like, what is going on here? I do not think this is a situation by any means where somebody was harassed like she is claiming. That is not a message from someone that's harassing you. Like, you wrote this massive paragraph trying to manipulate him to feel bad for you because he wasn't into your script or didn't give you the response that you wanted. You successfully manipulated him. Now he's apologizing to you profusely and just like gassing you up for almost 7 minutes in a voice. You know, this does not... Everything I'm seeing, this is not what she's trying to portray it to be and what Ryan's trying to portray it to be. Like, this is really embarrassing for them, because if they didn't, you know, try and cause all of this, I feel like it would have went under the radar. But like, the more stuff that we're seeing and the stuff that Justin Baldoni is like releasing, and the stuff that Justin Baldoni is releasing is just showing that there may have been some feelings there, because this isn't, like I said when we were watching like the video and listening to the audio of them while they were like on camera, that it's like they could have been like, you know, they're supposed to be acting. So if we're catching the vibes that they're into each other and that we're supposed to be catching that, it doesn't necessarily mean that they did have a thing for each other. But this is just a voice memo he's sending her at 2 a.m. saying, I want all of you. Like, oh my God, you guys. Oh, you guys are going to have to let me know what you think in the comments down below, but I really feel that there's some truth to like Ryan was catching on and wasn't into it. And, you know, Ryan might be the one who's, you know, taking advantage a little bit here and pursuing this, because like, I feel like, why wouldn't Blake like pull back by now? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like because this is so embarrassing for her that if she was the only one behind it, I feel like she'd be pulling back. Do you guys see what I'm saying? I feel like she'd have been like, okay, this is too much, and maybe go out of the spotlight for a little bit. Because, I don't know, like, I hope it's not true that he's pushing this to continue, like Ryan's pushing this to continue behind the scenes when she doesn't want it to, because it's looking really bad for her. I don't know. I've seen some interesting theories about this, that people think that, you know, there could be some stuff going on behind the scenes with that I'm not going to mention here, because it's just rumors, honestly. So it's not important to speculate on that. But I feel like this is getting really dark. It's getting dark. You all are gonna have to let me know what you think down below. And also, if you would like to check out my handmade jewelry that I make on Etsy, I will have it linked down below. I make some beautiful jewelry. I'm also gonna be releasing some earrings. I also wanna say I have a Depop. I open mystery jewelry over on my TikTok. So if you guys would like to follow my TikTok, I'm trying to get to 10K. It would help me out so much. Go follow me over there. I open mystery jewelry over there almost every day. And I also sell mystery jewelry on my Depop. So definitely follow me and, you know, watch me open some stuff over there and help support me that way. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all soon for another video.